Namaskar, Khoshamdeed, hello. This is Anand, and I extend a very hearty welcome to all of you to the Slow podcast. I'm your host on this show, which is the Talisman, the path to unlocking secrets to our health, wealth, happiness, and well being. We are debating the statement success is a low hanging fruit, and I will add another one to it. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. We had looked at the plants like the Chinese bamboo tree and other less evolved beings like the wood frog and migratory birds and their journey towards inevitable success. The less evolved part is, though, debatable, keeping in mind what we humans are doing to the planet Earth and each other. But let's keep that discussion for another time. Of course, the success of these species is judged on the parameters that God has set for them to survive and procreate to take their species forward, and they succeed in that. Let's now look at the most wonderful creation of God, human beings, and their parameters, quest, and tryst with success. For that, we need to first define as to what success is. Success means many things to many people: fame, money, career advancement, good health, et al. In this episode, we will try and agree upon a working definition of success and then see its various manifestations so far as human beings are concerned. I recently visited a friend of mine who has a 1-year-old child. While we were admiring the antics of the child over a cup of tea, the mother of the child quipped, "I am taking her to the pediatrician tomorrow." Why? Was our natural question, as the child was looking perfectly healthy and happy to us. "She is 1 year old now and still not walking. I am worried," was her reply. She further added that her neighbor's son had started walking at 8 months of age. We understood the cause of concern of the mother. A child who attempts to walk first has no success precept in mind and is not afraid to fall and rise again and again, even if she gets injured in the process once in a while. She is not bothered if she is not walking until 1 year of age, the quote-unquote normal walking age for a child in our society. Why? She is not even bothered to see her neighborhood child walk at 8 months of age, though her parents might be. She doesn't consider herself to be a failure just because she walked a few months later than the neighborhood child. Is walking for a child, or growing into a healthy tree for a Chinese bamboo seed, or successful migration for the red knot, or waking up alive after months of hibernation for a wood frog a success? If the child who walks at 8 months of age, ostensibly more successful on the parameter of walking, if he grows into a drug addict and rapist, and a child who walks at 15 months of age, ostensibly less successful on the parameter of walking, she grows into a rich philanthropist who has been successful. Let me narrate to you another real-life example. We have a dear friend who is blessed with 2 wonderful children, both now grown up. The elder one, a son, is passionate about making music and travels around in India and abroad with his group. He is in his mid-30s, unmarried, and without a steady income. Their daughter, on the other hand, is a commercial pilot, flying for a reputed airline as a captain now. The parents are very proud of their daughter's success. Whenever we meet this couple, the discussion invariably shifts to the apparent diverse lifestyles of their son and daughter. The mother especially is quite vocal about the fact that the son has now chased his passion enough and should now settle down in life. The son, though, is happy and enjoying his life and couldn't care less if his parents are not. It's a debatable point as to which of these 2 children are successful. Both are happy living their dreams, with one having a respected job which pays her regularly, while the other living out of his suitcase with meager and sporadic income. Going by the conventional wisdom and our societal norms, at least in India, the daughter would be considered a success while the son may not be. Their parents very much go by the conventional wisdom, but is it the correct parameter of success? I would hasten to add that given the information here, probably it would be difficult to judge these children on success parameters any which way. Oxford Dictionary defines success as the accomplishment of an aim or purpose. as also the attainment of fame, wealth, or social status. If we take the first definition, that is, the accomplishment of an aim or purpose, the son and daughter both are successful. While if we consider the second one, that is, the attainment of fame, wealth, or social status, the son will squarely fall into the unsuccessful category, while the daughter might be called successful. The definition, though, appears incomplete, as true success must contain much more than the physical aspects covered in the definition. I would reckon that for true success to be realized, one has to be happy and contented on physical, mental, spiritual, social, financial, family, and professional fronts. These 7 subparts of success could be construed as hub and spoke arrangement, with the family being the hub and other 6 aspects the spokes. Obviously, if even one of the spokes is out of alignment, this wheel of life will start to wobble. I borrowed this concept from Zig Ziglar and his book Born to Win. Do read it, it's a wonderful book. So the family always remains the hub or fulcrum of all the activities of life and provides the safety net and succor should something go wrong along any of the 6 spokes, as it would. As per the famous motivational speaker Earl Nightingale, doing something deliberately and progressively well, which you always wanted to do, is a success. Let me paraphrase it. Success is a progressive realization of a worthy goal. Let me repeat it. Success is a progressive realization of a worthy goal. Therefore, the journey has to be as satisfying as the end. I personally believe in this definition of success, as the parameter to define success is firmly rooted within ourselves. We set our goals and we decide the path we want to take to reach that goal. In the bargain, we keep enjoying the journey too, as the process is as important as the final product, and both improve us as a human being. Having defined success, let me revisit my initial statement that success is a low-hanging fruit, provided one doesn't sweat for it and waits patiently. It goes without saying that you first need to define for yourself as to what is your idea of success. Success should never be defined against someone else's yardsticks, not even your parents, spouse, sibling, friends, or anyone. We all are having the wonderful experience of this life and have our own journey to salvation. Having defined success for yourself, look at your wheel of life and rate yourself along each spoke of your wheel critically. Are you satisfied on your family, physical, professional, intellectual, social, financial, and spiritual front? Is your pursuing success on one parameter or spoke, say financial or professional, getting to adversely affect the others? With your critical examination, the areas where you are falling short on your wheel of life will clearly emerge. You now need to make a time-bound program to improve yourself in each of the areas where you are falling short as per your own yardsticks. The goals and the time frame to achieve these must be SMART. That's an acronym for specific, measurable, assignable, relevant, and time-bound. We will talk about this concept in a later episode. Having done so, march fearlessly on the path of improvement, detaching you from the outcome. If the outcome is not as per your expectation or plan, don't treat it as a failure. It's only a consequence of your effort. Learn from this consequence and carry out the course correction to your initial path to each goal. The success will be yours. Trust me and try. It works. To some of my listeners, all this may seem too simplistic and utopian, and you may not be totally wrong. Because if we look around, we find many who are struggling on one or more parameters of the wheel of life. No one sets out to be unsuccessful in life, and yet many are consigned to a life of lack, unhappiness, and unfulfillment. On the other hand, many achieve the spectacular success which seems to come to them effortlessly and naturally. It's my firm belief that success indeed leaves clues, as also successful persons do. In my quest for clues to this profound question, I have read life stories of hundreds of successful persons from all the walks of life. I have also read scriptures and lots of literature and books on success and its principles by prominent authors. Some precepts started to become clear to me due to this twin-pronged study, as if a heavy fog had lifted from my mind. I also looked back on my life of the last 50 odd years and introspected. There were areas where I had emerged very successful, while in many other areas I had only achieved mediocre success or even failure. The jigsaw puzzle fell into place for me once I compared my successes and failures against the principles gleaned from my study. I will be sharing these with you as we go along. The bottom line that we should never lose sight of is that all of us yearn to achieve happiness and avoid unhappiness. All our actions or lack of them in life are geared towards this end. All the parameters of success which are represented in the wheel of life or otherwise are our drive towards happiness. Why do we aspire for better health, more money, compatible spouse or career advancement? We believe that it will enhance our happiness. With this eternal truth firmly established, in the series of podcasts that follow, we will look at the wisdom of our scriptures and examples of successful people from all walks of life and try to distill the elixir which gives us the alchemy to achieve success. Financial independence is one of the most important parts of a balanced and happy life, and this will be the focus of exploration for the next few episodes on the Talisman, our path to well-being, happiness, health, wealth, and life. Signing off, Shaba Khair, please come back. I am waiting. Anand.
The views expressed in this podcast are that of the artist